Very Perfect walks up on the pole next to it is Roll Tide, the 2-year-old trotter who's attempting to qualify. They all start to shape up. Parallel Lines back on 30. You know the drill. They walk up together, the front markers. It's a start. Zoom On Johnny began best over on the outside with You Know the Drill. Roll Tide trotted away safely. You Know the Drill went into a gallop. Very Perfect is away okay. Parallel Lines has began well from the 30. You Know the Drill is galloping out the judge with 2 laps to go. And Zoom On Johnny for Cliff Power. Cliff Power's out by 15 metres from Very Perfect. Right up on his back in 3rd place is Roll Tide. It's followed about 8 or 12 metres back, perhaps to Parallel Lines, and now down and trotting as You Know the Drill, but he's 50 metres behind Parallel Lines. So they're strung out a little bit over a little bit of territory as they swing around into the back straight on the first occasion, and Zoom Along Johnny is 15 metres in front of Very Perfect, but the gap is narrowing. Right on his back is Roll Tide having a nice run in the trial. Then Parallel Lines is about 12 metres back, and another 52. You Know the Drill, who trotted away okay, but then galloped soon after the start. So they've got 1,500 metres to go in the standing start trial for the trotters, and it's Zoom Along Johnny in front by 1 length. Very Perfect second, another length then to Roll Tide, and about 8 metres back then to Parallel Lines, and still 50 away to You Know the Drill. And they've got 1,300 metres to go in the trial. Come around to where they started. Zoom Along Johnny's been in front from the get-go, so a length in front of Very Perfect, 1 then to Roll Tide, 1 to Parallel Lines, still 50. You Know the Drill. They square up for the judge this time. They'll get the bell and have 1,000 metres to go, and Zoom Along Johnny is out in front, been doing it pretty leisurely, but Parallel Lines has made up his handicap and trots up into the trial to put a bit of action as they go past the judge who will have to go. Zoom Along Johnny out by a length from Very Perfect. Over on the outside, Parallel Lines getting closer, then Roll Tide who's handy, and about 40 metres back now to You Know the Drill. Still out in front, unchallenged is Zoom Along Johnny. Very Perfect is behind the leader. Parallel Lines on the outside trying to get closer, and then comes Roll Tide who's just behind and might have lost a little bit of ground there as they go into the back straight. The 4 trotters up in front, back at the rear is You Know the Drill. So Zoom Along Johnny determined to give them something to chase now. He's about 2 lengths in front of Parallel Lines, who's having trouble getting any closer. Very Perfect back on the rails, and then Roll Tide who moves up into the 1-1. They go down to the 400 metres, and still they haven't got near Zoom Along Johnny. He's out by 8 metres to Parallel Lines, who drops in on the leader's back. Then Roll Tide and Very Perfect. Still Zoom Along Johnny, but Parallel Lines is sticking to him. In 3rd place then is Roll Tide starting to come into the trial, and then Very Perfect. Zoom Along Johnny squares for the judge in front. Parallel Lines comes out again to issue another challenge, and then right down the outside is the 2-year-old Roll Tide who's getting home stylishly. Zoom Along Johnny's got a break. Roll Tide rolls up into 2nd place, but Zoom Along Johnny won by 12 metres from Roll Tide, and neck back in 3rd spot was Parallel Lines, and then about 30 metres to Very Perfect, and another 52. You Know the Drill.